Good morning. Welcome to Dave's Skillet. Today's recipe item is going to be a pork roast tender picnic in the bag. Wow, it's a big one. I've had it on the countertop, bringing it up to room temperature because back of that fat, that's got to come off. I'm not going to leave that on there, so I have to take that off. I've never made one of these until today. It's going to have celery, onion, carrot as the mirepoix. I bought this yesterday, and wow, $1.49, something like that. They sell the hearts for $2.50. Wow, the hearts for $2.50 versus buying what I did for $1.50. Gee, what would I do? Looks like I bought the $1.50 model. I could trim it down a little bit further to where they had it, down to about there, and call it celery hearts. But I want the extra flavor that those little leafy things are going to give me in the pot, so I'm not going to go that far. And I'm going to put in some carrots. Got to have some potatoes in there. Washed everything except the celery. I haven't washed that yet. Got to wash the celery off. Make sure you wash all your produce off. You don't know who's been handling it, what pesticides may or may not be on it. Why take the chance? Alright, so rinse them off real good. I'm going to pick me 3 of these. I think that's enough. 3 of them? Yeah, 3's enough. 3's a winner. The rest go into the fridge for another recipe. Yay! Now, get them out the sink. I'm going to put this on the stove top for a little while, and then it'll go into the oven. When it goes in the oven, that'll be about 425. I usually give it about an hour for each pound as a general rule. This thing is 7 pounds, 7.5 pounds, 7.63. So I don't think it'll take 7 hours. So I'm going to call it at 4. And I'll do a temp check to see what I've got at that point. I gotta get it out of the bag here. And I'm going to do this in the sink because there could be some liquid in the bag I don't want spilled on the countertop, which would make me have to work for a couple hours to clean it all up. Because it is pork, so yeah, I don't want to go there with pork. And we'll rinse it off real good. This is on the bone, so whew. Drippy, 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 drippy. I know what to do for that. Bring the pan to the meat. Here we go. Whoa, that's big. Wow. Now, we'll go ahead and just trim this off. See if I can't get a grip of it somewhere. This knife is designed for filleting fish, but I'm pretty sure it'll work for this. I'm gonna give it a char roast brown thing on all sides. That's a lot of fat, let me tell you. Whew. No matter, this knife is sharp, and it is cutting it. Probably leave a little bit of the fat on there, but not a lot. This big thick skin part, that's got to go. Whew, this is the hardest part of cooking. Actually, it's the prep work, because it is labor intensive. I'm not going to joke around. It does take some time, and I could speed the camera up for you and do all that magic, but then you're not going to see just how labor intensive it is if I did that today. Some recipes I do it because I'm in a hurry, but today it's early morning and I got nothing on the agenda, so got about half of this off here already. Whew. Gotta be careful I don't cut myself. Come on, cut. And I know this knife is sharp, but this stuff is like, I don't know what, it's like leather. Wowzer. That's like, man, if I can get that in there. Cut it right there, yes. That was slowing me down, actually. That little knob. Come on. It's going. It's just going slow. The carrots, I'm going to just cut those into like 1-inch chunks. I'm not going to peel them. The potatoes are going to be quartered, and the onions are going to be put into slices, probably about a 1/2 inch thick. And I'll put the onions in the bottom of the skillet or pan over there. I'm going to use my Dutch oven today, because this thing won't fit in my slow cooker. Too big. That's a 5-quart slow cooker I have, which is fairly large, but this thing's a monster. Man. Ooh, doggy. This thing is just big. There's probably a couple of pounds and a half of fat that I got to remove. And I don't know how much water they've injected into this thing. Of course, we all buy that. We pay for that with the weight, don't we? They just take the hand out of us with it. This is the best way, though. Do your own. Don't buy that processed stuff. Do it yourself. All the stuff that they put in the meat, shocking. Should be illegal. It's not healthy for us, that's for sure. I've come back and gosh, everything is just wrong. I guess that's what it takes. You have to be gone a while, a good while. And when you come back and you see all the changes that have taken place, some of them are good, some of them are outrageous. Sugar in our food, gosh, I don't know whose idea that was. You didn't see that back in the 60s, I can tell you that. Nope, not like today. Now it's sugarified everything. My butcher told me all about it. Oh my God. Yeah. You think you're buying fresh? You're not. So there you are. Unless you're growing it yourself or you're buying it from a farmer, you're not seeing fresh. It's just the way it is. Man, that is just like, I don't know. I'm going to try this one here. Try my Chinese knife. Chinese chef knife ought to do it. I don't know. It's pretty sharp. This thing is just taking its time about it. It's like trying to cut rubber. I swear. Yeah, that's not any better. Yeah. Wow. Well, I got some serious fold action going on the back side of that. I wonder. I gotta cut a big chunk of this off of here. Oh, come on. There. Gosh. Whew. I'm starting to sweat. This thing's making me sweat. Man. Wow. Dear Lord. Oh, okay. Up it goes. Oh, man. Do it. Come on. You're almost there. This is a really big piece of fat. I can't get over the size of it. I know I don't want that in there. Oh, man. Yikes. Whew. Can't believe the price of this though, I gotta say. $6 and change. That's not bad. There's gonna be quite a few sandwiches here. I'll make some burritos out of it. I'll make some tacos with it. All sorts. Oh man. Look at that. That is like, I can make a belt out of that. Holy cow. Man. Whew. Okay. I think I could just leave the rest on there. Wow. Gotta wash it up. Get all that muck off me. My hands are frozen. No, not frozen, but that was cold. I'm gonna have to let that sit just a little bit longer. Only the outside of it is room temp. When you hold on to it, it starts to get cold. Oh man, that'll have to go today. Or that'll smell my kitchen up. Something shocking. You always want to keep your kitchen clean, especially when you're dealing with bloody meats, because it will attract insects and mices. And if you don't like mice, you're going to have to clean your kitchen up daily. They will come around. And cockroaches too, and you'll not like that. Okay, so I'm going to cut the butt ends off of these carrots. I don't want the nubs. It's not very flavor punish. So I'll just cut those bits off first. Well, there's a thin one, huh? Okay. Yeah, they're trying to roll off the thing, aren't they? Get over there. And I need a bowl. Put all that into. They're determined to roll off my counter. One more cut ought to do. Alright. Oh, I lost one. Now the potatoes. Actually, I do the celery first. Should be enough. I'm going to put the greeny bits in there with it, because it does give some extra flavor to what you're doing. I bought myself a corned beef, and that thing's good till March. I was getting worried I'd have to freeze it. I don't think I'll have to freeze it. When this is going, I'll just cook the corned beef. I don't know how long this will last, but from the size of it, I think it'll last me quite a while. Obviously, you have to freeze some of the meat, because there's no way I'm going to eat all that in a few days. So I won't have to go grocery shopping for a while, which is good, because we're in that snow time of year, and if I don't have to go out, great. Oh dear. Wipe that away. Let me wash my knife off here real quick. Let's get the skins off of it. Don't want them too thick. Like I said, about a 1/2 inch thickness. Okay, now I need some oil in the pan, in the Dutch oven actually. That's enough, not too much. We're going to roast the onions first. Onions get roasted first. That's going to make a bit of a racket in there, isn't it? Get that out. Put the onions down. Here we go. We'll get some color on these, brown them just slightly, like a golden little tinge to it. And then the rest of the veggies will go on top. And then the meat will go on top of that with 4 cups of water and 2 chicken bouillon cubes. Oh. And my celery hearts go in the fridge, just like that. I can't believe what they charge for this stuff. Shocking. I'm going to cut these last. I'm not going to cut them right now because they can turn colors on you when exposed to the atmosphere, so we'll not do that. We'll cut them last. They're going to go on top of the meat anyway. The meat's going to go directly on top of the onions. I need some garlic. I'm going to use fresh today because I just happen to have fresh. Get all that paper off of them. Okay. Now, break them out of the stalk. This is the fun part of cooking, like I say. It does take a bit of time. But I know there's a lot of people out there willing to do it. So why not? Today I'm going to show you how it goes. Start to end. Now, just start. Just like that. That one's no good. Hey, that happens. You get one that's no good. I always cut that root section off. Not going to get nothing out of that. And these are going to go on top of the onions. You don't want to burn them, so you got to be careful. Now, that took the entire husk off with one cut. Mashing them makes the husk come right off. Easy peasy, just like that. Put those in there. By breaking them like this, releases tons of flavor. I'm going to leave a couple of them whole, because that's the thing to do. This looks like I'll save it for a whole one. Those onions are really burning my eyes. Ah! Whew! Usually I use white onion because they don't do that to you. But these yellow ones, whew, man. One large yellow onion. That's part of the mix. Ooh. One more whole one. And then the rest will smash up. We'll mash them up. There we go. Oh God, I am crying my eyes out. Ah, I'm blind here. Ah, man, those onions. Whew. I need an overhead. Oh man. Whew. Yeah. I'm not sad. I'm not crying from sadness. Believe me. Oh God. I need a gas mask. Holy cow. I wonder if that would work. Probably would. Oh man. Gee whiz. That is just murdering me. Ugh. We'll get through it. I'll persevere. Oh my God. Yeah. Man. Yeah. Okay, that's garlicky done. Get the garlic in there. Yeah. Wash all that mess off my hands. Oh man. Oh man. Tell you what, it's gonna clean me out. Wow. Yikes. Whew. Wow, man, that is something. Some kind of onion. Yo. Okay. Had enough of Mr. Onion. Whew. Oh, God. That's murder. We'll just cover that for right now. Oh, man. Whew. That is just devastating. Oh, gosh. Blinding me. Now, I'm going to put some oil in this pan. Oh, mercy buckets. Not much. This is canola oil. Alright. Put it on about 6 electric. Medium high to everybody else. We're going to do each side. I got to use my forks because I think if I tried to use my hands, I'll probably cook my hands off. And we'll be right back. Take a while for that to heat up. Oh yeah. open the window. Get that onion out of here. Whoa. Too much Mr. Onion. Okay, it's time to turn this over. Oh yeah. That's looking good. I could have broke it down and taken the bone out, but I'm going to do bone in on this. Probably would be quicker to cook it that way. Then if you break it down, you could always freeze half of it or 2/3 of it and just cook a smaller amount for yourself. But I'm going to go ahead and cook the whole thing and then break it down, because I'm going to turn this into like pulled pork. Because I've not had a ham pulled pork sandwich. I've not even heard of a ham one. Pork, yeah, but not ham. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. What kind of flavors I'm going to be developing here, I don't know. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Alright, an easy turn. This is the hard part. My tongs aren't going to be strong enough, I don't believe, to do this. So I'm going to try to shorten and pair. See how it goes. Woo! I don't think I can do this end of it because of the bone. That's okay. I'll get all the orange. I will try to do it, but yeah, we'll see. It's starting to go. Wants to roll over on me. Now for the pot, when I put it in the Dutch oven, I'm going to put that right on this same hot surface of this one. Before I add any liquid to it. Oh boy. Yeah. Woohoo! Not easy to do. I'm glad I got the 15-incher, because anything less than that would not work. Okay, now it's time to go full tilt. Oh boy. Look at that. That takes up the whole doggone pan. Man. Wow. Put that in here for right now. This is going on the fire. And when that starts to cook down here, you'll hear it. Then you add the rest of the mirepoix and then the potatoes on top. Now this is going to cook down. I know it looks like ridiculously huge to the top of the surface here, but believe me, it's going to shrink. I don't know how much, but I know it's going to shrink. That's because of the water they put in the food. They inject them until they're like, boop, and then that cooks down. I've already added oil to the bottom of this pan, so I'm not going to have any burning going on. And as soon as I hear that start to make the sizzly sound, then I'll start adding the rest of it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put some pepper on it. Don't add salt to this kind of meat, whatever you do. Wow, that would be a bad idea. Totally bad. Pepper, yes. All you like. But that's all. And I've got packets of seasoning that I could use, but most of them have salt in them, and that would just ruin the meat if you did that. It would just totally ruin it. You wouldn't be able to eat it. I'm not even sure you can cleach it out. Okay, it's starting to sizzle down there. I'll give that a bit of a toss. It's all ready to go in. See if I can get some of that on this side. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Down they go. Oh yeah. Now we cut these potatoes up. And in they go. Not cutting them small. These are russets, by the way. Use your favorite kind. That's up to you, really. Any salt that meat might have in it, potatoes are going to cleach out of it. And that's good. That'll give the potatoes some extra flavor. Which is why I'm putting potatoes in here. It's almost time for the liquid. And then it'll calm down quite a bit. Okay, 4 cups. And there. That lowers the temperature down considerably. Temporarily. And that's enough. I didn't quite make all of it because it's right up to here. Right up to there on the water level. We don't want to overfill it and then it'll like make a mess on the stove. Don't want to do that. There. Put that in there. Put that in there. That one just decided to fall. That's okay. I can lift this up. I'll drop these bouillon cubes in the bottom down there. I'm gonna smash them. Ow. Put that one in. These are chicken bouillon cubes, in case I didn't mention it. I know I did, but it's best to repeat yourself sometimes. Ow. And put some of these potatoes down there, so I can put a lid on the top. This is going to be about 4 hours, really. So we'll be back for sure. Oh, I'm going to use the cast iron lid. Crack it just slightly. There's just a bit of space to let steam out, so I don't have a problem. Now, we shall return. I'm going to set my other alarm because this one's only good for an hour. And we'll be back. Starting to smell good in here already. Okay, my friends, once you come to a boil, it shouldn't take too long. What you want to do then is lower the heat down to about 3. Right? Take a quick look at it. Make sure it is boiling. Put the lid back on it. Put it to 3, and now put the lid on tight. Right? 3 hours. Don't touch it. And we'll be back in about 3 hours. That's about 2 seconds for you. So, get yourself a drink and kick back. Oh, and set your alarm. You'll forget. Okay, my friends, we are back. We got about 16 minutes left on the clock. I had to put the Dutch oven in the oven because I was having a problem with it leaking all over the top of my stove. So I moved it to the oven at 400 degrees. It's a learning curve. Oh shit. Come off of there. Oh boy. Oh. Whew. That's fine. I put it inside that pan there. So if it leaked over, it was going to be okay. And it indeed leaked over a lot. So, clean the top of that off for a second. Oops, I'm making messes here. We're going to do a temperature check, see where we're at with it. I got to be careful because this thing is really hot. Top to bottom, it is going to be raging. Okay, pull that off. It's looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good. Get my thermometer out and stick it in. I want 165 or better. I got 160, 170. It's done. It's almost to 180. Yep. 179, 180. It's done. I don't need to wait any longer. Yep. That is definitely done. Woohoo! Pull it out. When you pull out the thermometer, you see little bubbly water spewing out of the inside of there. Oh, it's definitely done. We'll turn the stove off because I'm going to have to let this thing cool down. I don't know how well done is. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's like seriously pulled pork. Oh shit. Oh man, yeah. Whew. That's just going to break apart so easy. Oh yeah, look at that. That's like this is less than a butter knife what I'm using here. Oh my, and it just took it apart. We're talking tacos, burritos, enchiladas. Oh, heck yeah. Even sandwiches with some barbecue sauce. This would be amazing. Oh. It's melting in my mouth. Oh my God. Oh. That is so good. Let me try a piece of potato here. That is so good. Even that's coming apart pretty good. Oh yeah. The potato, it's not turning into mash, but it's not al dente either. Oh, it is perfect. Oh. Oh yeah. I reckon it's going to come right clean off the bone. So good. Well, I'll have to leave it in the pot. Or, you know what? I think I will take it out and put it in my other cast iron pan. Since this cast iron's busy, I do have another one. It's not a 15-inch, but it's big enough. I think it's a 12-inch. 12-inch will hold it, I think. I think that'll hold it. It shrunk a little bit, but not as much as I thought it would. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Woo-hoo, look at that. Man. Oh yeah, that's gonna fit. Oh yeah, that'll help with cooling it down, you know. If I leave it in here, it's gonna still cook and cook and cook until it's cooked too much, and I don't want that to happen. So, I'll do it that way. Look at that. That is beautiful. I'm going to try and put this over here in the back corner. And put this right here. That is so good. Let's see what I can do off the other side. Oh man, look at that. That's just, oh gosh, when this thing cools down, it is going to pull pork on me so easily. Oh man. Bon appetit, my friends. Put your comments below. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to do some other videos of me using this meat, like in burritos, tacos, and a pulled pork barbecue sandwich. Oh yeah. So stay tuned for the next recipe, because I think it's going to be a barbecued pulled pork sandwich. Oh yeah. Bon appetit. Thanks for watching. Give a like.